You're watching Alive and Well. I'm your hostess, Ann Bratsburg. Sitting with me is Leamon Jones, Director of Consumer Services for the Michigan Commission for the Blind. Leamon, what exactly do you do here? I know you're Michelle's boss. That's, but I don't quite know what you do, and I'm just curious. What is your prime function?
My prime function is to manage all of our consumer services programs. We have the vocational rehabilitation program, which is our largest program. Mm-hmm. We have our deaf-blind unit, which is a section of the vocational rehabilitation program. It's specifically focused on working with persons that are deaf and blind. Mm-hmm. We have the rehabilitation teacher and independent living program. That's another component part of our program. We have our youth low vision and transition program, and then we have the supportive employment programs. And so my responsibility is to provide directions and guidance and carrying out those programs as mandated by the federal government, Rehabilitation Administration. So
that's quite a job. Tell me something. I'm curious. Do you involve yourself in a lot of organizations for blind and visually impaired, or are you not really into that? I've learned that when I interview, some people are really, really enmeshed in those organizations. Others don't. I'm always curious to know, with circles of friends, do you hang out more with people who are visually impaired? Do you hang out with people who are sighted, or do you just kind of hang out with everybody?
Well, let me just respond to the first one. For is the consumer groups. Now predominantly there are two consumer groups in Michigan, and that's and I probably never will get them right, but it's the American Council for the Blind and Visually Impaired, and then National Federation of the Blind. I believe that's right. And I am familiar with both organizations, but I'm not a member of either organization. I attend their state convention each year, and I think that's very important for the agency, in particular as the role that I lead, in understanding and being familiar with their concerns as individuals that work, that's an organization that serves blind people, or blind people are a part of. So I think it's important that we are aware of their interests and concerns in order that we can provide services in a way that's pleasing to all persons that are blind and visually impaired in the state of Michigan. My leisure time activities are varied. I don't particularly associate with any, group segment or group. I have my family, and we enjoy the norm kinds of activities. Some of the theaters, the movies, ball games, or whatever those activities are.
Just the standard, standard stuff.
Right, standard old stuff, right.
Excellent. Well, this has been a great conversation. I really do want to thank you for talking with me. I'm very, very impressed, and what a role model you are. I mean, not just for me, but for young people watching this. If you had to give some advice to a visually impaired student or a young adult or even a newly blinded person, what would you say to them?
Well, I would say, and I think it kind of includes all, that find out what are resources within your community or your state, and utilize those resources in order to help you to achieve your goals, your endeavors. You find many times that there are opportunities that are right at your fingertips, so to speak, and you're not aware of it. So become aware of what are available to a person who are experiencing visual impairments. And once you learn what those resources are, then put yourself in a position so that you can really benefit from those services, because they will assist you in achieving your desired outcome.
Fantastic. There's no way. That couldn't be topped. Thank you once again, Leamon. You are watching Alive and Well. I am your hostess, Ann Bratsburg, and we will be back after the break.